Hello, my name's Mavis Zucchi and I'm a member of the Horsley Climate Action Network, and I'm here today with David Bullock and we're focusing on trees. This is the third clip that we're doing about trees, and today we're looking at trees in our landscape. We're in a beautiful spot outside the village here, which David is going to tell us about. But just to start us off, David, we know there's a really sort of important mantra in the tree world when you're thinking about planting trees or growing trees. Right tree, right reason, right place, by nature or by regeneration or by planting. So could you tell us a bit about how that would apply to this valley?
Yes.
Great.
Okay, so what we're looking at is a beautiful part of the Horsley parish here. This is the Boscombe Valley, and it's a typical steep-sided valley. The steep side is really important, thin soils, lots of flowers on these steep slopes, lots of cowslips on that far slope, for example. The last thing you'd want to do in terms of right place would be to plant trees on a beautiful flower-rich grassland. On the tops, however, with deeper soils, perhaps they're farmed, perhaps they're even fertilized and improved agriculturally, that might be a better place to plant trees. Why we'd want to plant trees up there on the flatter soils is because that's where they will do particularly well. They'll lock up lots of carbon, which is what we want them to do. They'll provide a beautiful landscape feature, especially if they are part of an expanding woodland, and we've got woodland in the valley bottom there. Another interesting thing is that another reason for planting trees is connectivity. And here we've got a hedge line, a former hedge line almost, with some big trees in, and many of those are ashes, and many of those ashes will unfortunately succumb to ash dieback. They won't necessarily need to be felled, but they may well die or not thrive. When we have new trees, if we want to encourage trees and plant trees in this case, maybe we can plant trees along that hedgerow line to allow for animals and plants that like to be in a woodland to actually get from A to B, as if they were in a full woodland. It's only a linear woodland, but it will do to connect up bits of woodland. That could be a variety of trees. So right place, right reason for planting trees, and also right trees. Some trees are not going to do well with climate change. Beech, for example, will not cope with the very, very severe droughts that are projected to happen because of climate change, whereas some of the oaks will do better. Smaller trees in gardens would be fine if they're cared for, but let's just reiterate, if you're going to plant trees as opposed to allow them to grow up naturally, let the jays plant the acorns, for example, wherever they want to, you must look after them. Looking after trees is for the lifetime of the tree, particularly when it's young.
Thank you, David. That's so much really important kind of information that we don't always hear, in fact. So, thank you very much for the contributions you've made for all three of the clips. And if you've enjoyed watching these and would like to find out more about trees or about Horsley Climate Action Network, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, or you can get in touch with us at our Gmail account.